She was just on the Today Show and Rachel Ray yesterday. She comes to us with much pomp and circumstance. It is Katie Linendoll.
Wow, what an intro. That was grandiose.
I love seeing you here in studio.
I love being here in studio.
You're always so sunny and fun, and you always have cool stories and cool gadgets. But where do you stand
What's
on
the high four?
So
can somebody explain this to me? Because can we start there?
We have
because
to.
I am actually the Guinness World Record holder, or I was for a moment, of the most high fives in 1 minute.
No, you weren't.
100%.
No way.
Plaque in the El Kitcheno to prove it.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
How many?
Well, it wasn't that great. It was one of those records where, I always wanted a Guinness World Record.
Sure.
Which is actually very hard to achieve because you have to have a Guinness World Record adjudicator on site. And, for the high-fiving, which I chose to do because I'm really awkward. I don't like hugging people. So my whole life I've been a high-fiver.
And I just went in for the hug earlier. So
was I awkward?
No.
I probably was awkward.
But does that mean that was uncomfortable?
Probably. I probably internally got hot.
You've been
and then
here
you're so cool,
many
so I
times.
probably got extra hot.
Yeah, thanks so much. You've been here so many times. I just figured we were on the hug basis.
We're totally on the hug basis, but I'm just awkward.
Okay.
I mean, I'm self-aware. Okay. And then I do the half C where it's even makes it even worse.
Well, I give you a lot of credit for overcoming your fear because you gave me a full hug, so that's very nice.
Oh, good.
Of you.
That's extra special.
Yeah. So, how did you know there was a record for most high fives?
Well, I always wanted a Guinness World Record, and it's like wanting to go to the Olympics. If you want to do that, I think I'm still going to go to the Olympics, so I pick archery.
Yeah.
What's achievable at this point?
Yes.
Not putting down archery.
No.
But, what do you go for at this point? So I went for I love high-fiving people. It's been my thing. I don't like touching people.
Okay.
I'm OCD.
Yeah.
So I went for the high five, and I found out, this is a true story, that a clown in the UK called Mr. Giggles had the record for the most high fives in 1 minute. And I was like, USA. And I took him on.
That is so patriotic of
I
you.
know. Thank you. I'm a very patriotic person.
And so do you remember what the record was?
Yes, I had 107 high fives in 1 minute, which may seem easy to achieve.
Well, that's
logistically.
That's nearly 2 a second.
Very challenging. Getting everybody in one room with you have to have a very proper high five.
Oh, wait a second. So you have to have 107 different people?
Oh, yeah, that was the challenge.
Oh,
that was the hardest
thought it was
part.
just one person.
No.
Whoa.
You have to have them lined up, and then you're hoping that these random people don't screw you over and, half-ass high-five you.
And do a psych.
Yeah. No,
and
seriously.
pull away the hand.
Because I had a few that didn't count.
Really?
Yeah.
So you had more than 107.
Oh, yeah.
But they tallied 107 officially
because
for
some
you.
were not above proper length.
Wow, what's the proper length?
Hand was not fully extended. It got intense fast. But I got that damn plaque. That's all that matters.
I'm so proud of you.
Very competitive. I can't walk across the street to Walgreens without racing the guy next to me.
You are like the Walter Mitty of of everything. So I have to ask, what room did you book to have 107 people in there?
No, that's a good
question. A wedding hall?
So I was hosting a show at the time for Spike TV. It was a pop culture, gaming, and tech show. And we rented out a room for it's under the MTV Viacom umbrella, So we rented this massive room out, above our cafeteria, and had all these random people come up that were so kind to donate their time to my achievements.
Amazing.
Yeah.
This is mind-blowing stuff.
I got the plaque.
Katie Linendoll joining us this morning here on the show. So the high four is bar manager with Mraz at St. Paddy's Day, comes over, thanks him for playing shuffleboard in the bar, gives him a high five saying thanks so much. In the middle of the high five, Mraz notices no ring finger on the manager. So went for the high four. This spooked Mraz because there was a void where his ring finger was. So it was 5 on 4. Mraz believes he should have been warned before the high four was put up there.
Mraz, you seem to a little overanalyze this here. After you think I'm nuts?
You think?
It freaked me out a little. I wasn't prepared for it. It was caught up in the moment. I had this look of shock in my face.
Did you not get the memo in advance? These are things that just happen and you don't think about them again.
I just never...
I didn't even know what a high four was.
Well, now I do, and I can't stop thinking about it.
You're messed up, man.
You were on the Today Show yesterday and Rachel Ray, and you brought by kid gadgets, right?
Yes, lots of kid gadgets.
This is pretty cool.
I test so much tech and for all ages. And specifically this segment, I had about 9 kids' gadgets to get through, from buildable robots to the Nintendo Labo, which
What's
I know you guys
that?
are probably excited for. It's actually a new, it sounds totally boring. It's a new cardboard kit that Nintendo came out with that works in conjunction with the Switch. So it allows you to, there's 2 kits out. There's a variety kit and there's a robot kit. And people are like freaking out for this because it comes out in April. But it like mixes this digital and physical world together. So you build all this stuff with these cardboard pieces, which again, most fun you'll ever have with cardboard. And then you bring it to life. So you use the Joy-Con controllers in the Switch console, and you can actually step in and become a robot. Like all these pieces assembled together to make different things. So that was
Wow.
really fun. It was like a sneak peek.
Yeah.
It's always fun when you get to like showcase stuff that's brand new, that's not out yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was fun.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So, I saw that you brought in some cool stuff to this show, which you
I
always
did.
do. You always have the coolest things.
Well, yes, and I have been promising. Look at this.
Pete, the Body Bilotti.
Come on over, Pete, because I have had this. I hope there's still an expiration on it because, yeah, no, we're good. It's good till October. Super Mario cereal. This was limited edition.
Wow.
I have held on to this. You know how hard this was not to eat? I
My
got 2
God.
boxes exclusively from Nintendo, and come on in and get it.
How
Because
about that?
How about that? How about this? You know that Pete the Body Bilotti fancies himself as a Luigi guy because
Fancies himself.
he believed that Luigi doesn't get enough respect, or that Mario gets
It's
all the glory.
true.
It's so true. Super Mario cereal is mixed berry cereal with marshmallows. So
And power-ups.
have you had this?
It's delicious.
Is it?
And on the front of the cereal box, if anybody is a Super Mario Odyssey player like myself,
Yeah.
this is so apropos, too, because we're going to be talking about esports. If you play Super Mario Odyssey, there's an amiibo on the front of the box.
Not an
So you can
amiibo.
scan it into your console. Limited edition amiibo.
Most of the things you say,
It probably means nothing to anybody.
honestly,
Just
goes
roll
right
with
over
it.
my head.
Just roll with it.
But it sounds really cool.
And then I brought you some beard oil.
Ooh,
And
nice.
and also some news anchor hair wash that Duke Cannon sent back over.
Well, let me just tell you, you gave me
Mhm.
for Christmas
Mhm.
the Duke Cannon hair pomade.
Yes,
Okay.
you were a fan of that. So I
And
brought more.
It's so good. It honestly is now going to be the only pomade that I ever use again. It is so good, really, so good. And the lip balm. You gave me,
Oh,
it was like a
interesting.
giant lip balm thing, and it was great. I mean,
you never know what people are going to like.
yes, I mean, it has still lasted me. I mean, this is a lip balm that has now lasted 2.5 months. And the soaps last forever. We had a few listeners reach out and say, I want to get some of that Duke Cannon soap.
Oh,
Where can I
yeah.
get it? So I pointed them in the direction. I'm telling you, this soap lasts forever because it's huge. I mean, this
Yes.
brick,
It's called Big Ass Brick of Soap.
it looks like one of these stones on the street, like in Cobblestone Street here in New York.
It's true. And they have great
is
scents
huge.
to them. The one smells like naval supremacy.
I've used the bourbon.
Oh.
Smelled like Buffalo Trace bourbon. I was loving it. So I am so in on Duke Cannon. This is great.
Yay, good.
Beard oil, though. I don't have a beard.
Well,
I'll need to grow one.
there's always time, DA. Always time.
I'm going to grow a beard and just, kind of put this into my beard as I watch Bilotti eat Super Mario cereal, and we'll be all cool.
He's happy right now.
Marshmallow mushrooms.
Mhm.
Huge. Very cool.
Mhm.
Thanks so much. This is so cool.
Totally.
All right. I love it. So what's going on in your world in terms of esports?
Oh, my goodness. So I have been covering. Are you guys familiar with esports and like professional gaming?
It's starting to get pretty hot. For those that don't know, NBA teams
Yes.
and MLS teams, soccer, basketball, they are scouting and hiring and employing teams to play video games that represent them. So it's like the New York Knicks esports team,
That's
or the Red Bulls
100% correct.
esports team. And so it's not the players that you notice on the Knicks, but they're employees of the organization to play in tournaments representing the team. So sports and gaming is getting huge.
It's getting huge. And I mean, the stream count is insane. But to your point, too, in the world of sports, 17 NBA teams just drafted. They had a draft lottery just last week, and they actually have now professional gaming teams. And I just did a huge podcast on this with the Cleveland Cavs because I think they're one of the teams that are always first out the gate. When it comes to like technology pieces, as a reporter, I get tons of people pitching to me different story ideas. And the Cavs always, like, when it comes to augmented reality and virtual reality, even though they have, Quicken Loans is not the newest arena, if you will. But they're always implementing like really cool high-end technologies. And again, first out the gate, when I learned about they have a Cavs Legion gaming club, one of 17 teams in the NBA, and how they are approaching esports and professional gaming. If you haven't heard anything about pro gaming, it is the next big thing. I mean, it is just on a trajectory right now to explode. It's being discussed for the next Olympics. But when you look at the Cavs, it's wild. The Cavs, for example, have actually, they take it so seriously. And Dan Gilbert, in the way he approaches things and always like on the hunt for the next big thing and ahead of the curve, they are actually treating the pro gamers in their Cavs Legion Gaming Club. They have access to nutritionists. They have access to sports psychologists.
Which these guys need. They train like 18 hours a day.
Oh, see, that's interesting because it's become a really hot debate if this is an esports pro gamer is an athlete.
Well, I don't know if I would say he's an athlete because it's more of a skill than an athletic.
They're saying yes. They're getting the same treatment as a professional athlete.
But CEOs should get the same treatment as professional athletes.
You think so?
I mean, people in high levels of power, influence, that are high pressure all the time should have the best nutrition available.
Do you get access to massage therapy?
I do not.
Because
no.
you deserve it.
Well, thank you so much, Katie. I do not, but I really do believe this. I mean,
do you get protein shakes regularly? Like, where's his protein shake?
No, we get a free pizza every couple of Fridays.
There
actually.
You go.
So it's about it. But I will say those e-gamers and esports athletes or players, if you will, they have massive carpal tunnel problems.
Oh, I'm sure.
And
Absolutely.
so, I mean, athletically, they do have they have to worry about their agility and their hand-eye, and there's a very limited age bracket that you can compete in because your hand-eye coordination, it just starts going down, I think, after the age of 25 or something like that. So, like, these kids, you've got to get everything in before, like, you're 21 years old.
Well, and it's interesting you talk about age, too, because I think one of the fascinating sides of this is the 18 to 35 bracket, speaking of age, that is audience that has been captivated by pro gaming is just blowing up. And with ratings across the board and TV going down and people trying to get creative and how they attract millennials, this is one way. Like, I think NBA packages now, you'll probably in the next, if not year or 2 years, start seeing streaming gaming, whether it is NBA 2K or first-person shooter. Like, I think that age bracket of who it's attracting is really important.
This is mind-blowing to everybody over the age of like 35, and I admit just to myself, and I'm nearly 40, it feels mind-blowing that we would televise video games, but it is coming.
It's selling out MSG.
It is so coming. It's so crazy, and it sounds nuts, but you're right. I don't know. NBA TV might already do this, but you're going to see NFL Network, NBA TV, all these networks, they're going to broadcast kids playing video games.
Yes.
The video games will be those sports, but you will watch Madden, you will watch NBA 2K, and you will watch the best players in the world compete in these.
And I think they're crazy not to run that, just because so many people are interested in it. And by the way, the pots.
It's like built Twitch.
Yes.
Right? Like Twitch became a thing just because people watch e-gaming so much.
That's correct. I mean, YouTube gaming is big as well. But in terms of the money that can be made here, I mean, we're talking multi-million-dollar pots. It's insane in terms of the money that these pro gamers can make. I was just reading an article that just broke 6 hours ago about there's one big pro gamer that's making $500,000 a month.
Oh, my God. It's $6 million a year.
We picked the wrong profession, DA.
No kidding.
It's crazy.
That guy needs a masseuse. You make $6 million a year, you need a masseuse.
Don't worry. He's well taken care of.
I bet.
He's got a nutritionist. He's got a trainer. He's got therapy. Done.
Needs it all.